Hello everyone, welcome back in a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a profile system since it was requested by one of our subscribers in the Discord server. So without further ado, let's hop into the video.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. The two of us.
Alright, knowing that I recorded this video about 3 times, alright, so I'm not gonna type the code again. I already have some codes in here. Alright, first let me go here. I'm gonna explain everything, don't worry. Alright, so moving on to the data handler.js. I had to first create the slash command. I had to create the name that is profile, description, create a profile, or search up 1. Great. Now we go to the options, alright. So the options, just choose something to edit, basically. So the type will be string. And I added some choices. Basically, when someone do like that, profile, see, there's only those, so he cannot choose any other ones. Alright. Oops, that's Spotify. Anyways, so here, the name will be that's one choice, and the value of it will be the user name. Age will be user age, and hobby and user ID and lookup. Alright. So basically, everyone has a name, like your own name, and maybe I can have the same, like maybe there's someone else have the same name. 2 people named like Ray as example, right? So that's normal. So it cannot be something unique. So what about age? Alright, that's normal. And hobby and ID. So ID, each person has an ID, and instead of randomly generating it, I'll make that each one can have his own ID, but if someone has it, it cannot be it. Alright, just like Instagram or Discord, some stuff like that. And most probably like Instagram, that's the closest thing. Alright. So, and lookup is just to look up on other profiles, basically. So, I had to create a schema, alright, to save the user ID, alright, and the name he put, the age, the hobby, and the custom ID. Alright, I just had to require mongoose and create a new schema and then export it to a model and name it profile. Alright, let me open mongoose as well. MongoDB, Compass, I mean. Alright, anyways, I probably put in here, let me just move it. I put it in the wrong place. Oops. Slash commands, let me put it in random. Alright, here we are. So I got the profile.js. Yes, I've done some stuff in here, as you can see. So let me first start by saying here I define the schema. Alright. And here I got the choice that the person chose. Alright, because, you know, let me go back to the data handler. There is here, alright, stop. There here the options, and the name of the options is basically option. I just named it option. Alright, so I got interaction.options.getString option. So basically getting that person's option. Great. Alright. Here, what is this? So basically I have a schema, but I need to get the data from the schema. So I did data, so the data is equal to schema.find1. The user ID will be the interaction.user.id, aka the message owner, but this is an interaction, not a message. Alright, and if the person doesn't have a schema, we're gonna create one for him. As easy as that. Alright, so let me type it in here. Searching up the user in the database. If he doesn't have a schema, create one. Alright, and if there is an error, console.log it. Let me just put it in here. And if there is an error, console.log it. Alright, that's great. So basically now I said if the choice is equal to username. Alright, as you remember, I put here the name, I put it as the username, the value. Alright, name is what shows for the interaction of the value is what I use in coding. Alright, so the value if it is equal to username. Alright, here I want to interaction.reply, please send your name. And then I'm going to create a filter, and I'll make it await messages to collect a message, basically. And I'll give the person, let's just give him time. Alright, here we go. Alright. By the way, you cannot put like filter like that, like old days. Now you need to put filter and then filter like that. Anyways, so you're gonna basically say here, after you got the filters, so only it filters the interaction author, he can only get his messages. So basically you're gonna do here await interaction dot follow up. Follow up makes like it sends another reply. Alright, we want to say successfully set your name to, and let me just change the quotation real quick. There we go. And here I'm gonna put call.first.content. Alright, what is that? That's basically the collected. What I collected here, the first one, and the content of it. Alright, that's great. And what I want to do right now is just save the name into the database. As easy as that. So await data, without await, or data dot user name like that. Let me check model profiles. Yep, as you can see, username. Okay, so I have to put it here, file username, and I want to say it will be equal to the call.first.content. Alright, and then I want to save the data, so await data.save. Alright, here I changed the data and now I'm saving the data. And I want to put a note for the user, so basically if I want to search your profile, I need to use your ID, alright? But if you set everything and you forgot to set the ID, I'll want to show a message here, alright, saying you didn't set an ID, so no one can search you up, alright? So what I'm gonna do basically, I'm gonna say if node data dot custom ID, alright, because if I went here, as you can see, it's called custom ID. So if there is node data dot custom ID, I want to await interaction dot follow up and say that, and then line break. Let's put 2 line breaks. Alright, you can use an embed later on, but I'm gonna just show it simply here. And I'm gonna say you didn't set a profile ID, so let's say so no one can search you up. Easy. Alright, so else if it is like normal, I want to just send a message. Alright, there. So let's now test this part out. Let me do node dot. Alright, and that's the database. Let me open here to connect to it. Let me move this here as well. Alright, so profile. Alright, the option is going to be name. Alright, and Let me press enter. Okay, please send your name. I'm gonna say my name is UltraX. Enter. Alright. So here, it says it twice. Oh yeah, I forgot. You need to put here else. Alright, if and else. Let me try it one more time. Let me delete those. Here. Alright, slash profile option name alt, and then let me just do it like that, and then UltraX. Alright, here it just sends once. So successfully set your name to UltraX. You didn't set a profile ID, so no one can search you up. That's the note. Alright. But if I already have one, let me just check here the database. Alright, it's just loading real quick. Okay, so here, data, profiles, and as you can see, my name is here, and my user ID is here as well. Alright, but the custom ID, the user hobby, age, nothing set. So let's code it real quick, because we didn't actually code those. So what I'm gonna just copy this, paste it once, alright, for the user age, and then one for the hobby, and one for the custom ID. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is gonna basically just change it. Data handler here, as you can see, user age. Alright, and for some reason I have those the same, so I need to change this to hobby. There we go. So user age here, and user hobby, and last but not least, the user ID. Alright. And I need one more actually for the lookup if I want to look at for some profile. So lookup. Alright, great. So here I don't have to put it again. I guess you already know what is it. So here I want to first, if it is the age, I want to say please send your age in numbers only. Alright. And then I want to filter, the same filter, same everything. Alright, so I'll successfully set your age to, that's it. Alright, again profile, everything is the same so far. And here age to that. But here I want to check if it is a number or no. So I'm gonna say if call.first dot content, I can say is an and then here like that. So if is not a number, collection first dot content, I want to return interaction dot follow up, and let me await it. Alright, I want to say please reuse the slash command and submit a valid age. Alright, so there we go, set your age, okay, everything, and I want to change the data.username to here, as you can see, user age. So I'm gonna just put it as data.userAge. Alright, great. Now let's test it out. Slash profile age. Oh, I used the slash command before the bug gets online. Let me use it again. Age. Please send your age in number only. What if I just did like that? Please reuse the slash command and submit a valid age. That's perfect. That's what I want. And now profile age. Here we go. 15. And successfully set your age to 15. There we go. Alright. Let's now use the hobby. Alright. So successfully set your hobby. Alright, and we don't actually want to put the or we can actually put 2 points and then /n, and like this. So because of the hobby will be something quite long, so we don't want to actually make it spammy. There we go. Alright, so set your hobby to and did it in a code block. Alright, and then successfully set your yeah, it's the same. Let me just copy it from here. And basically, let me just copy this. Why am I just torturing myself? There we go. And let me put those. Alright, so now it is user hobby, it is not user age, apparently. So I'm going to change this to user hobby. And here, please send your hobby. Alright, no dot, and let's test it out. So /profile hobby. Please send your hobby. Hey, I am UltraX and I'm a cool YouTuber who like to teach people coding and stuff, IDK. Alright, so there, success set your hobby to this, as you can see. Alright, if I reload this, as you can see, everything is saved in the database. Alright, if I just press on this, nothing happens anyways. So here, the user ID, so please send your unique ID that people gonna search you with. Alright, and then here, let's say successfully set your ID to and that. Let me put it actually in quotation like that. Alright, and of course, like, he's setting an ID, so that doesn't exist here, so it will always be like, he will always have an ID because he's actually setting one right now. So yeah, and this should not exist. Alright, and maybe if you want to put like, you cannot put your ID more than like 10 characters, you can also put that by putting like if call.first content length or length, I don't know how to pronounce that, is bigger, alright, than 10. So just like interaction.followup, you can, this is too long, like an ID too long. You can do that if you want, but I'm not going to do that. So let me now do node dot and test that out. Oops, wait, before testing it out, the custom ID here. Alright, I need to go up, data username, I need to change it to data.custom ID. Alright, so /profile ID, I'm gonna set it to UX. Oops, yeah, just UX, here we go. So set your ID to UX. Now, if I try to use, like, set my name again, or my age again, it will not say you didn't set a profile ID. Alright, let's test this. So profile, age, I'm gonna put it 16. Please send your, here 16. So here, it's gonna set your age to 16. Everyone can see me because I have an ID. Alright, so now I want to use lookup, so I can search people up, basically. Anyone can search like me up. Alright, so please send the ID of the user to search them up. Alright, and then what I want to do, basically, I'm gonna just remove those. Here we go. I'm gonna just remove every single thing here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do let search user equal data dot, or await, I need to await this actually. So data dot find one, and the custom ID will be the call.first.content. Alright, so basically I went to the data and searched for the custom ID. Alright, search for custom ID with the submitted collection. So if there is no searched user, alright, let me just put here exclamation mark. If there is no one, I want to return await interaction dot follow up. This user cannot be found. Alright. Else, alright, I don't have to actually type else, but here. So const embed, I want to create a new embed. Okay, so let me just name it embed here. Equal new message embed. Alright. There I need to require the embed as well if you don't know. As you can see here. Anyways, so new message embed, and I want to set the title to the user ID. Alright, so it's gonna be searched user dot custom ID. I want to add a field, alright, saying here it should be a string, alright, so you cannot actually put it like that, you need to put it into a string, so like this. Alright, that's something new in V13. Anyways, so add field, I want to put name, name, and then dot user name, and let me just copy it like 3 times. Here's gonna be age, here's gonna be hobby. I want those to be in line, alright, so they're gonna be in the same line, but I want the hobby to be down alone, not in the same line, because it might be long. Alright, so here user age and the user hobby. Alright, and then set the color to let's say blue, and that's it. Now let's await interaction dot follow up embeds. Here I need to put embeds, 2 points, make an array, put the embed in, and yeah, done. So now I'm going to put slash profiles lookup. I'm going to put a random ID that doesn't exist apparently. Alright, and I got an error. So data is not function. Oh yeah, because I didn't actually. Yeah, this should be schema. I'm searching for the schema and not the data basically. Alright. So let me use it one more time. There we go. Anything. And yeah, this user cannot be found. But if I went here refresh, as you can see, my custom ID is UX. So if I did profile lookup, I typed UX. As you can see here, up here I got my ID, my name UltraX, my age, and my hobby. That was a simple profile system. You can add more stuff if you want. I just show you, provide the way to do it. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below what you want the next video to be. That's it, and ciao.